and talking about Bear on the Square.
Hi and bye, but we're only getting started. Hi and bye. Made a path and now it's charted. This way to Bobby Youngblood's planet Acorn.
Are you a songwriter?
Oh, no.
This might be the beginning of that.
Yep.
Welcome back. Just so hi and bye, but we're only getting started here with the Kirbys talking about artwork, talking about family creativity, and talking about Bear on the Square.
What? Well, thanks for having us on.
Were you creating art as a child too?
Oh, yeah.
In that environment? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I actually used to make houses out of paper. So that was like one of my go-tos. I would love like making little rooms and like a bird's eye view and then like a little house out of paper and like all the furniture.
What about you, Pete? Did you have an artistic like upbringing
Not
too?
like Alli so much. I started building furniture, and that's what we used to go to the festival, selling furniture.
We'd make like dog beds,
Live edge wood,
Oh, yeah. Love
tables, and all sorts of weird stuff. And then we're like, man, we're like lugging around all these big giant pieces of furniture, and we're just kind of here to party. And we're like, how do we get rid of this stuff? Because nobody wants to purchase these big giant things. And so then we said, oh, well, we'll make smaller pieces. So then we started making mirrors and like little picture frames. And then it just kind of started to evolve into artwork.
Where I was building these boxes, and they were all different sizes and different depths. And so I mounted them in this house
Out of pallet wood.
all over this wall and did this huge bookcase. And the guy wanted to put an antique ladder that would roll side to side. And so I had to go buy a plunge router so I could route and make the scrolly, stuff so the hardware would slide on. And it just like clicked in my head. And I told Alli, I was like, anything you can think of, image-wise, I can route it on wood, and you can paint it.
And I was like, could you do this?
Damn.
Could you do that? And he did it.
And we did it. And then we took it to the festivals and started selling it.
Yep.
That moment of like
The light bulb.
discovering a new craft and like wow.
It was fun.
Yeah, and
It
it's
was
very like Appalachian too, because like we would take found wood and we would take wood from like demolished buildings and like turn it into something.
Pallet wood.
Wood, fence wood, driftwood, all sorts of just whatever we could find and get our hands on. And we just turn it into art and repurpose it. So that's kind of where this all started from.
Do you remember what was your first art collaboration?
Making children. I don't know. Little human.
Let's keep doing that.
It doesn't pay very well. It's pretty expensive. It would have been the fish. Because I would look for animal faces in the wood or images of different things in the wood in the grain. And then I would route it out. And then she would paint it.
They're like, doesn't this look like a fish? I'm like, yeah.
But then once I figured out how to, then once she figured out that I was good at it, and I don't get to decide what we do anymore.
No.
Is it now more like, are you asking and saying what you would like for him to make now that he's more experienced?
Pretty much every piece.
Because now you're skilled and you know what you're doing.
Yeah, so he's so busy, so I just like draw on it, and then when he has time, then he'll route it out.
Well, I mean, you can see right here. Here's a piece that we've brought that
This is in progress.
we just started this piece, and so this is what it looks like when I bring it up to her, and then he draws an image on it, and then I route it out with a router, and it's at different levels. So I have to start at the lowest levels first because the router has to be supported. If the router's not supported, then in your freehand and it gets a little squirrely. No pun intended.
Yeah, we love squirrels here. Yeah.
This is a piece in progress, and this one will be available at Bear on the Square if anybody's interested. It's a three-eyed bear. Yeah, this is on a piece of driftwood out of Lake Lanier. Just out on the lake with the boys and
this is one of my favorite pieces. This is acrylic painting. And this is after a song called Wondrous Love about this person just like within his element of nature and love and kindness and just looking into the atmosphere and trying to just go his way and be guided through life like that. So that's the third eye. And then we just love this piece. So I decided, hey, we should do it on wood, you know?
We sell prints of that one. So I mean, we do the woodwork. We also do have prints as well. We try to make Christmas ornaments. We try to make stuff that anybody can buy something when they come in our booth.
How many years have you done what is it called? The official piece of?
I think so. The festival artwork.
Yeah. Is that here?
Yeah. So this is this year's.
Okay.
This is this year's, and this is the 28th annual. So I've done it since I want to say the 25th.
Yeah, and that's what'll be on the shirts.
Okay. It is the sharpest, smartest design on shirts. This is going to be so hot. They're not going to have enough to sell. Like
they sold out the last everyone you've done.
Yep, everyone they've sold.
And I have never got one, but I am not making that mistake this year. I'm like, I was like in my closet this morning. I was like, what am I wearing? I'm like, I don't have a Bear on the Square shirt. What is wrong with me? So I'll be changing that this year.
Yeah, they actually really have.
It's great. So this is 3 bears, not 3 eyes.
No.
Was there a decision-making process in how many bears were going to be on this piece?
Yeah. So originally, I actually really wanted to make something that would show unity actually over like our country. And I really wanted to have a red, a white, and a blue bear, different colored bears. And I wanted them to be jamming together, like showing the unity, which I feel like is so needed these days.
Yes.
So then I did like a little survey. I was like, hey, what do you all want to see? Like, what instruments you guys want to see? And so somebody said a fiddle. Someone was like, oh, a stand-up bass. And somebody else was like a banjo. So I was like, okay, those are like the top 3 common. So then I threw them in there. And just trying to, get everybody on board there with unity and love. We didn't have the budget to do the 3 different colored bears this year.
Because she really did want people to know that. That's what she wanted originally. The original concept.
Maybe next year we get some like crazy miraculous donation of like, here's extra money for extra t-shirt colors and
t-shirt
colors. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They just call me up and like, hey, can you do a t-shirt? And I'm like, well, yeah.
Boom.
Sure.
Because now you have a reputation because you are good and you have experience. Okay. Well, fantastic. Don't be humble about it. I'm sensing humble.
Well, it's truly an honor to do it every year. Like, the last couple of years. And there's going to be a year when we don't do it. And it'll be sad, but I'm so thankful for this time. So.
And then they auction the piece off.
Yeah, they auctioned it off.
So then they make more
Pick
money.
and Bow, and which our older son is a teacher this year at Pick and Bow. So we're really proud of him.
Really? Good. Great.
Yeah. And then, so the money will go to Pick and Bow, goes to Bear on Square, goes to different charities and that kind of stuff.
Totally worthy.
Right.
So put another log on fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beans. Go out to the bar and change the tire. Watch my song and show my hobo jeans. Come on, baby, you can feel my body. Go and fetch my foot. It's on me up another part of me. They put another log on fire. They come and tell me why you're leaving me.
You're greatly inspired by music, and we mentioned that during our beverage time. What does that do for you? Is there anything you want to say about why or how music, either one of you, inspires your creativity?
Music sets us free. Music sets us free, and it's a beautiful vessel to have musicians be able and artists be able to like hear the message and set others free. So we feel like music sets us free.
You can go to any country and look at art and have an opinion about it. Just like music, you don't understand the language, but if you like it or you don't like it.
Yeah, you can feel the vibe of it.
Is a universal language, and I actually prefer music that is in other languages that I don't understand.
Oh yeah,
like that's my favorite because then I experience much more than my brain trying to listen to words and be like intellectualize.
Well, and even if you don't like it, it still made you feel something.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? Feel feelings we didn't know were there.
Art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kirby art.
Our youngest one. This is his.
Okay, now we are talking. This is gorgeous. This is the youngest. Very, and look with the glass. Oh my god, what
You put that
this
on there.
multimedia?
Yeah,
Oh my
all
gosh.
I do is I tape it for him and then I let him go at it, because that's like where it begins, that freedom of creativity, And this
Whoa.
is his.
Oh, the colors.
This is Caddy 1. He named it and everything.
Oh, Caddy 1.
Caddy 1 is
Oh,
cat.
I see it. Oh, right away I see cat.
This
Yes.
is mushrooms and cats, and I don't know what this is. Untitled. Very serious. And then this is flowers, which I thought, man, that actually looks like flowers. So it's like, it's like on its way to like feeling something, being able to express it through push and paint around, which I thought was really cool.
Uh-huh.
So that's where it started for me, just push and paint around with what I felt, and yeah, still push and paint around.
Well, Dylan
This
has
is
some.
great.
Dylan made some, and we have prints of those.
Yeah.
He likes to
Very.
set up a little booth and sell his stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then Cash used to busk and play. He bought his first guitar up at Bear on the Square, busking out in front of our booth. He went up to his guitar instructor's shop, Vintage Music there, with 501s. So it was a wad like this big around,
Yeah.
and slapped it on the table. I bought a Oscar Schmidt, like a
Something
black
like
one.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
nice
Still
acoustic.
has it.
That's Bear on the Square right there.
That's Bear
That
on
is the spirit of
Yeah.
Bear on the Square right there. The music, the art, and the youth all coming and meeting in that convergence of like and creating, and the generosity of this awesome community, like loving it. This is Cash's guitar.
Cash's guitar. We painted this one for him specifically. That's why we still have it. The other ones, luckily have gone to all different homes all
Hold
over
on.
the world.
Look at that. Ooh. And then I'll take pictures of everything too. So, okay. So you made this.
Yeah,
How much of this is actually a made piece? The
all
whole
of
thing?
it. 100%, all of it. Except for the neck. The neck is purchased.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like
But
this is
everything
all
else.
carved.
Yeah, so I had a friend, he passed, but he made a whole bunch of bodies for us, which was really beautiful. And so the body is handmade, and then everything is painted, and then everything is custom picked and built right here in Dahlonega. And yeah.
Amazing. And painted on there.
It's got a little bit of routing in here.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yeah. So Cash plays on this one.
Yeah, yeah, he uses
He
it.
does
And then also-
Sometimes it's a little heavy though.
Yeah.
I would stay away from ash wood if you're building guitars. A little heavy.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Mhm.
Okay, when people go to Bear on the Square in Dahlonega, where will they find you and your booth and artwork?
Thanks for asking. We are going to be located right in front of the Gold Museum, basically, but then off to the side. So where Well Made is located and the pottery place is located there, we're basically right in front of them.
The road that heads towards the food court.
Right. So right
You
there, the
really
corner,
can't miss
Right
us.
on the corner.
right in
we're
front
right
of
on the corner.
Brad Walker Pottery, Well Made, in between Connie's and Brad Walker.
Right on
Anybody,
the corner.
everybody knows where that is.
Yeah.
Very
Actually,
cool.
where
Good
the
spot.
bear was actually up in the tree.
That's
It was
exactly
right
right.
behind us. They
That's
took the
right.
tree down.
Yeah, they took the
It's not there anymore.
They did, but they have a sculpture.
They did.
They got the
And
carved
it's really cool.
sculpture. It is cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, great spot. If Pete was a verb, what would Pete the verb be?
Is flowing a verb? Flowing?
Yeah.
Like water? I literally wake up every day and don't know where I'm heading. I've got a good idea where I'm heading because I have a lot of customers, but I pretty much wing it every day.
Yeah, we're winging it.
Winging it, but I don't think that's a verb.
Winging it is also a verb. I think winging is a verb.
Maybe
To
it's
wing, to wing it.
Wing it.
The rest of my day, I'm gonna Pete. I'm because I have no other plans, which I love. So I'm gonna be peating until tomorrow.
Oh.
I don't know.
It takes you a lot of different places. Right?
Yeah, he beat it and like found him beating, you know? He beat himself.
When did you find me painting?
Wait, he beat it himself? Wait, hold on. So here's the thing, Alli. Now, if Alli was to be a verb, now, if you also have a hard time deciding what your verb is, we have found that it's okay for somebody else, if you want somebody else to assign your verb, you may.
Okay.
But what would you say your verb is?
Who would assign her the verb?
Okay, so feel things?
Feelings?
I have feelings about
Feeling is an absolute verb. It's a verb. Yeah, your creativity.
I'm an artist. I feel
family,
things.
Yeah. Feeling the water, the flow.
Can't help it.
I'm digging the vibe. Of course, everybody's digging the vibe. What's not to dig? Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Digging.
I try not to do
That can be your flow.
I used to do a lot of digging. I don't.
That's your used to be verb. No more. It is to flow and to wing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being a part of this fun for me today.
Thank you. This is so fun.
That's it. We did it.